Hello everyone, this is Themediumkinkajou, and welcome back to the amazing Cultivation Simulator 1.09. It was the same version of my last episode. I don't know why I wanted to make note of that now, but I just did. I also want to note that if you hear me, taking a drink, I am trying to stay hydrated by drinking water. That I do recommend everyone, stays hydrated out there. And water is an excellent choice. But if water is not your fancy, there are always other alternatives. It's not my place to tell you what those alternatives, but stay hydrated. Anyway, one of the things I did note in my last episode that I do want to show you here now, I'm kind of continuing straight off from there, is I was talking about a mod. I didn't have it enabled in my last episode because I kind of don't want to start just vanilla, fresh, just plain. But I did want to show it that I did have it. It's one of my only mods because you start off with having this example mod. It states here, do not activate this if you are not a developer. This, it has instructions of mods, but I had this one, show stats for selected law and character creation screen. Basically, you can see here is going to show it in blue, and you have the orange, that's your character stats to show, hey, your character's not really set to use this law. But I found that it was incredibly useful, especially in some of my later games, because when I first started, I didn't understand the laws at all. But anyway, let's get into this. Let's get into our game. Floor in a room increases attractiveness. Remember that. Floor of the rooms. Make sure that they've got a nice floor. As a lot of people say, floors make the room sometimes. A nice carpet, nice wood floor, tile. Makes the room. I prefer wood unless it's like in a bedroom, and then I'm probably gonna say I prefer carpet because I've actually experienced this. Waking up in the morning and taking your foot on a nice cold floor. I say nice because I love the cold. I prefer the cold over hot environments. But waking up in the morning, you have to put your feet on the cold floor. It's kind of a rude wake up call. Yeah. It's not particularly fun. Okay, cat. Have fun. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, okay. Have fun. Sorry about the noise. My cat is enjoying herself, I guess you could say. Anyway, we got my people. They're training. They're getting their foundation up. Let's check. He's technically our leader. He's at 14%. You're at 5%. And you're at 7%. So one of the things I also want to go over is we have this potential stat, which is at 4.9. And it says here, potential is related to the age and background of a character. Once a character becomes an inner disciple, this will be locked and cannot be changed further. If I remember, I think the younger they are, the higher the potential is. And so as the characters age, they lose this potential. You're also going to see that they have a lifespan and they have an attainment. Reflects on the curator's overall ability. Characters with high attainment have a more difficult learning new abilities, and they suffer from increasing inspiration costs. Attainment is unavailable for the law of the Shendao, which we don't have the law of Shendao, unfortunately. We have the law of resurrection. We have the law of resurrection. Wow! I almost forgot my law. You can go over here to sect. You can establish a sect once you've got an inner disciple, which we don't have, but you can go ahead and inspect the laws. We have reincarnation. I think I said reincarnation. Wow, my mind is all over the place right now. But as you can see here, there's actually quite a few laws to attain and gather throughout this. We still know the base laws. You can see this one's plant, metal, water, fire, and earth. And you can see the stat requirements for them. This is the true sun refining law. As you can see, it requires, and I've actually looked into this, it requires a 5 in perception, constitution, charisma, intelligence, and luck. Those are those requires. It requires 5 in all of those. The 16 supreme steps, this is another one I like. But it does require high constitution, high charisma, and high intelligence. The Grand Chariot, which is also the one of the Law of Plow, is the one I normally would like to recommend first off, because it has a high requirement of perception, high requirement of intelligence, and a low requirement of constitution. But it is... it shows people to come to wherever this will bring advance in this law. It will grant the cultivator an unmatched power in battles, which is what I was saying before. They make extremely strong fighters if they do the plow sect, which also means that they're very strong in artifacts, which is, once they hit inner disciples, yes, they have a weapon, but the artifact is very key to how they fight. And once we hit there, you can kind of see it with him. So I go to his equipment. He has the longevity moral axe as his artifact. As you notice, it has a lot of stats. A lot of these I can understand, a lot of these I don't understand. One of the first things you're going to notice is that it has a key capacity, and I can't actually scroll over it. I wish I could, but I can't. Nope, I still can't. It has a key capacity of 217, which means the object can hold a capacity of 217, but this object says it has 2,566 key. And if I were to, I don't know if it'll show from here, it actually does. It does. It has 2,566 key of 628, which means it has more than it should in energy, which is this key right here. He can only have a base of 811, which is rather small. What rank are you? You're a golden core? And you can only use 811 key? Okay. You're a wanting spiritual codex. You can kind of see that, like, their law they're studying, where they're at in it. This is kind of like more what the inner disciple is going to show. There's a lot more things for an inner disciple, and I can kind of go over here. First thing you're going to notice is they have this mental state. You have to keep them in the right frame of mind. And, I kind of have my people just wandering around not doing anything, and that's, not the greatest. So, first things first. Let's build the storage room. What I like to do for the storage room is I just like to enclose it. Nice big structure. Let's get that. Let's go ahead and slap that double door on there to the south. And then let's go ahead and get constructing on the... let's get this going again. Bump this speed up. We need the workshops. And so north, south, east, west. So we need the doors facing west, which is to my left. Or the left side of the screen. So we're going to have them built over here. I like to put like 2 spaces in between buildings, 2 or 1 at least. Normally when I'm building bedrooms I put 1 because I tend to just cram them together as best I can. So we're actually going to build the workshop down here. We're going to build it. It's going to be 12 across. Drag this down to 8. Drag this down to 8. Grab that door. Slap that on there. Grab this. Bring that across. That's a decently sized room, but we're going to be slapping in here a lot of this craft stuff. We're going to want stonework in there. I don't have the stuff to make the stove yet, but that's fine. Go ahead. We are going to move this down here because why not? I can't move the fire. I have to rebuild it, but that's fine. That's easy enough to do. Go ahead and move that. Yeah, move it. Move faster, faster. Run, 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 run. Speed up the speed. There we go. And then he's done. Hi, Cat. You done? I'm glad. We're going to, loop this for another 50 because we need that timber. As you can see, they use a lot of it for the stuff. And we're just going to, deforest the forest while we go. Just chop everything down. Pull the mini-map. We can see we're not really skirting in the edges. We're farther along on the right than I'd like. Center of the map is about here. This is the center. So I'm kind of going to want to build my sector more facing to the left and south. Another thing, there is a tooltip, and I've seen it. Oh, they're all asleep. Let's boost the speed up. I have seen it, and it's something that wasn't explained to me at all until I had a little warning pop up on my playthrough. It'll pop up a little later on when we continue playing, but it'll say a beast key has been awakened. And you're kind of going, wait, what beast key has been awakened? And then all of a sudden they go, this beast is awakened from its slumber. Beware. And I'm going, wait, what beast is awakened from its slumber? What's going on? There is like a demon beast. And these things are, take like a normal sized animal and like 10 times its size beast. And it lurks either in this corner or close the map. This corner of your map. They lurk in the corners. And don't. You can attempt them, but they will kill your people. Just don't. It is a bad plan. Your people will die, and you'll hate yourself. Now, I am going to tell you something interesting. When I very first time started this game, I had a mythical creature fly over my map. It caused a massive rainstorm. There was thunder. I was worried that, I was about to watch my entire colony just get ripped to shred by this creature. It was the water dragon. And, if I zoomed all the way out, its head would be about very top of my screen to the very bottom is the tip of its tail. That is how big this thing is. And I am zoomed all the way out. I cannot zoom out anymore. You hear that? It's my mouse. I am zooming out. It just won't go. That's how big this thing is. And you can fight that thing. And from what I can see, you could probably even tame the thing. Okay, so we're getting this workshop built. One of the things we're going to want is lights in here. So we're going to slap some lights in here. That's 3 from that wall. I kind of like to be a little bit, nice about it. And oh, look! Because I've started building these, I've got all this other stuff I can make now. There's just a lot you can do. One of the things I have noticed is I don't have is an access to stone right off from the start, which is kind of sad. I can see over here that I have 21 rocks in my inventory, which means I have 20 gray stone and 1 brown stone. Another thing you're going to want to do, and this is what I do every time I start, is you want to build like 2 of every tool right off from the start. Yes, they're going to start off with wood. Wood is not the greatest quality. Build 2 bows. Just do it. You can also go ahead and start building this wood offcut. It's your flooring material. You can also use it out of stone, iron. A lot of the basic materials can be turned into it. And I'll also tell you that, there's gold wood, there's phoenix wood, there's spirit wood, there's all this stuff. The game's yet to explain. We're not going to produce any wood just yet. I made that a 1 space, didn't I? That's fine. That's fine. But let's go ahead and start planning. Now, blueprints, these are your own blueprints that you create. So we have this double bedroom. Woo, this is like my very first basic double bedroom that I built, that I put my people into. I'm actually going to re-edit this blueprint, so we're just going to delete it. This is like a very basic bedroom. Again, delete it. I'm going to be recreating those. I have this earth room I created. I don't need it. So, start off with, as my people run around with their heads cut off, so we're going to start off, and we're going to pause it. The way you can do this is, I know my walls are going to be here and here, is my 3 walls. And I could technically start off with doing this. This is what I like to do when I'm planning stuff out. And if I'm boring you guys, you can skip ahead. If not, it's my process in my head. I'm going to put a bed in here, and we're going to put a lantern in here. And that's basically like the basic set room that you can make. And all honestly, you could probably do that and structure, have a door. And it says here, a basic structure which can be used to create a closed room. The room must be within 300 to 400 grids. Which 3 to 400 grids. So there's more than 3 grids in here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what it means. So this should make a room. And if I'm not wrong, I could technically do the same thing over here and duplicate it. And I've now basically taken this space and made it this. And then throw another door on here for good measure. Go into life, throw the other bed. And throw the lantern. And it kind of makes sense because if you've ever seen Asian culture, they tend to take up as little space as they can for rooms. Like the base domicile for, and I can't say this about all Asian culture and I do apologize, but from like, if you watch some anime, some mangas, the base room is like this tiny little thing that is like everything combined into one. They sleep there, it's their living room, they cook food there, they dine there, it's all this tiny little room. Now if I were to click on this room, it's, bare boned, it's full, the room layout, whether the room is cramped or spacious, so it's full, it's tiny, but, it's actually well done together. But I can go ahead and, demolish this bed, we're just going to get rid of it, we're going to demolish this door, we're going to go ahead and demolish this wall, and we're going to go ahead and demolish this wall as well. My people will get on that in the morning. And I'm going to basically build a wall here, all the way out, and then build 2 doors, and it's basically going to be the same concept as this. Now, our mysterious cultivator, a little sneak, he found a room he can go be in, and I can go ahead and check, he's like, the 5 elements are in harmony in this room because we've only used 1 element to construct it, and this is a really nice feature when you're building an object. So I click on it, you see the main material. I only have timber right now. And it's going to tell me I can use 2 out of 99 material to make this. But let's say I had iron. I could use iron. I had stone. I can use stone. I had all this other stuff. I can basically make almost everything in this game out of a different element, which is nice. Here's my medicine table. Can I produce? I have all the stuff I can produce, but we're not going to really produce anything quite yet. I am going to send my guy out to explore, and explore. I'm hoping to find some stone, which he did not find for me. He didn't find me any real stone. And that makes me a little bit sad. So we're going to kind of explore over here now. Sorry! Oh, that was... We've got some stone. He couldn't get in. So this is actually very nice to have. There's a corpse. We're going to search that corpse, because that's actually important. We're going to look over what he's explored to see if I can spot anything like, Oh, there's another corpse. We're going to search that one. So, while he was searching this corpse that was over here, he found a weapon, which is the marble spear, which is... Okay, why are you running off in that direction? Found a weapon. An iron mace, so that's nice. So we got a stone and an ice. Or iron, metal. Anyway, so he's going to be chopping wood. We've got this room set up. We got these rooms set up. While I'm at it, pause this real fast. And I know I'm going to be a little bit scatterbrained for some of this. I do apologize. I also like that when you complete a room, it actually builds the walls for you. This room's actually a little bit bigger than I would like it to be. But that's okay. I can put the lanterns in there. It's fine. It's fine. It's a little off, but it's fine. Might drive me a little bit insane with a little bit of OCD that I do have, but it's fine. The next thing we're going to want to do is just take a chunk out of this wall. I just need the stone. Just give me the chunk. And then we're going to go in here. We're going to go to flooring, and you have all these options to flooring. We'll go with my favorite flooring for buildings. Slap it in there. Slap it in there. Slap it in there, and slap it in there. We'll make the storage also this, and slap that in there. Now, this is a feature that I found out is really awesome. Look, it tells me here now on my end, with all the blueprints I've laid down, I'm using 146 wood offcut. But it's a negative 46. I only have 100, which means I'm going to be missing 46 blueprints of this stuff. So what I can do is come here and go, oh, I need to produce another 100 wood offcut, which is going to take one piece of wood and make 100, which is very nice for flooring, and that's the same for every flooring. It just takes one of the base thing, and you get 100 of it. Fantastic. Beautifully I love it. So now they're kind of going to go ahead and go, oh, we need to build all this stuff and get it all going. I actually need a quick refresher. Give me the room. I don't care about the floorboards. I want the room. I have to wait. I can just go here. Give me this. I need my feng shui. So, west for dining and east for kitchen, basically. So I'll probably build them here. What I'm going to want to do, let's go ahead and build this. Let's do it here. Get this table prepared. I'm going to build a nice little dining area. Yeah, we're going to do that. So this is my dining area. And boom. Boom, 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 boom. It needs the door here. Let's put a door here for the kitchen. Which we have the stove, which I don't have the materials for the stove. Let's go ahead and produce the materials for the stove now. I'll just use all the brownstone I have right now for that. Which I'm going to be getting more brownstone. Brownstone is like the base stone. Like wood is the base wood. There's a wood box down there. One of the things I'm also going to do is grab you. We're going to have you... You can hear my cultivator cultivating right now, just that. It's so annoying when you're zoomed in. Is it you that... No, you're my main guy, so it's you? No, who's my hunter? I normally equip a bow. Oh. Right, my main guy is a hunter. Because he has the high stats for it, but we're going to make... Zhu the hunter, so we're gonna want him. Zhu, we're gonna want you to equip that bow. Shuang Fei, we're gonna have you equip 22.4 34. We're gonna have you equip that spear. I think that spear is better. Got the box. Wood! We need more wood. Could always use wood. Even though, you know, I have 60 wood there. And as you can see, I've explored this area. And this is another nice thing. I've explored this area, but I'm not visibly seeing it, which means there's fog there. Even though I've discovered the area, I know what it looks like. Doesn't mean I'm going to be continuously seeing it like this area I've recently seen and discovered. Now, this green area here, I should have set this up a while ago. I'm just going to turn this into a massive field that I can of wheat. Pay close attention to your food bar. This is something I have made a mistake on and let my food just disappear. And that's bad. You definitely want to make sure that they always have food, because they will starve. So I need the stove. It's going to be made out of brownstone. We want to stick it there. Life, I do want this vat in here as well. We're going to stick that there. And then to complete the structure, let's go ahead and do this. And make a tiny, 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 tiny little room for my kitchen. Yep. And that's my kitchen, and this is my dining room. Tiny. Which is, you know, even now with it as little as small space as I have in here, it still says it's bare boned. There's not enough furniture in here. There's just not. And I sit here and I'm baffled by that. And like in here, I'm going to have to cram furniture into here to make this look nice for my people. Why are you hurt? Abdominal pain? Consumed unclean water. Well then, good to know that I know that you're consuming unclean water. That's definitely something we're gonna rectify now. So let's put the water source as close to the kitchen as possible. We're just gonna make sure you have water, because I don't need you to have abdominal pain. Oh my gosh, that's the first time I've ever run into that. Good to know. Oh yay, a strange mood has overlooked the sect. But see, this is also why I was saying a little bit ago that you're going to run into times in which you're just waiting. Oh god. Why? No. Stop. Why do you do this to me? Why did I not see this? Ah! I hate when they do this. I swear they do this to make me annoyed. They're building it out of stone and not wood. And it'll drive me nuts if I don't fix that. It happens when you select this material, even if, like, say, because I think it was because I selected the stove and the water pot to be made of stone. It also selected my wall, so like, here! You saw my wall change. This is wood, this is stone. It selected the wall, even though that's not what I wanted it to be made out of. It just decided that's what that wall was going to be made out of. Which... fair, I did have stone selected. But let's go ahead and get stone selected again. Let's get that stone pot built. Let's go to here. We need to produce some simple meals. I need 50 of them. And I know you're going to tell me that you're not going to have the resources to build all 50 of those, but that's okay because we're basically going to keep having people come back here and cook food. But I don't want them... you know what? I could also probably just do this. Change this to loop endlessly. Now, you don't have to go into produce. You can change it here. You can repeat loop endlessly. And they're going to continuously loop it. Okay. Have you mined out all the stone? No, there's still some stone you're mining out here. That's fine. And if you're wondering what I'm supposed to do with these manuals, my outer disciples at this current time cannot interact with these. They have to be an inner disciple to interact with the manuals, which is sad. But it is what it is. Let's slap a floor into here. Yeah, you're going to tell me that there's not enough floors. We're going to have to produce more. But, yeah, this is... Again, I cannot express to you guys how much I've enjoyed this game, and I am enjoying it. And I'm hoping I'm giving it some good light. And I hope that, you'll also, just to even try this game out, give it a shot. Because I'm one of those people that when, for example, take RimWorld. I will admit, I purchased RimWorld before it was even on Steam. Before it was even on Steam, Greenlight, when Greenlight was a thing. I was one of the original backers, and I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I basically bought the smallest packages I could, and I feel bad about it. But that's what I could afford, and that's what I could do. And so I'm not going to lie, whenever I see a game like RimWorld, in this case, I put this game in that category. This is a lot like RimWorld. I can't help but support it because, to me, those games are amazing. That style, it hits that simulation and just, you're controlling a colony, you're trying to make sure these people are taken care of, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can do that in The Sims, and I'm like, yeah, but in The Sims, your people aren't getting raided by people who probably either want to murder or, enslave them. This is kind of on that aspect, you're getting raided by people that either want to steal from you, they're going to want to kill you, you're a rival, they want to just eliminate a threat before the threat actually gets big, in that sense. And it's like, wow, that can actually be considered a very dark game, and I'm going, well, yeah, it's kind of puts onto that air, that thing, life is dark, it's not meant to be pretty. Oh, I had someone's mood was deteriorating. I don't have any leisure. Wow. My gosh, I think I got so wrapped up in explaining everything that I keep forgetting that, I need to make sure, these people stay entertained and they don't want to kill each other. Although I don't think I've ever had them attempt to kill each other. Okay, that's an annoying sound in the background. I do want to apologize about that. That is our automated litter box going off when the area where I've got all my computers set up and everything. Unfortunately, the litter box is also in here. I do apologize about that. Let me go ahead and rehydrate here. Yeah. Okay. Which, we're going to let this run for a little bit longer because I'm noticing here that there's still some things that my people need to get done. How's your foundation building? You are almost done. Most likely, by next episode, we will probably have him up to the point that he will be at an inner disciple level, which will be nice. It'll be nice to have him up. Oh, there's a fire, which is fun. They just put out that fire. Again, this is another reason why I put this water here, but I also put this water vat. They're going to take water, fill this water vat up when, they have the time to do so, and they're not doing all this other stuff. That way, if in the event there is a fire, they can just throw water on it. Or if, they're having a recipe that requires water, they can just use it instantly. It's really nice. Bare bones. Yeah, of course it's bare bones. Anyway. But I wanted to mention, throw that in there, as I'm still waiting for them to get everything done. See, they just put water in it, and it has 50 water in it, which is really, really nice. I also want to mention that at one point I have a person who just wants to randomly join me, which is actually absolutely nice. Where's this passerby? There they are. Let's check your stats. You're careless. Don't much care for the fact that you're careless. You've got decent battle, you've got decent artistry, and, I was trying to explain something again and again, and I keep getting interrupted. You're a medicine child and a dojo instructor. Let's check your health. You're fine. You do have a weapon. Oh, sorry. Variety in life. You know what? I'm going to say I'm not going to be too choosy for my first person. Now, later on, I may be incredibly choosy about who I let join because... Oh, gosh. Oh, and another thing is when you have people join you for the first time, make sure you go into the work and edit them because they have everything prioritized. They will do everything, and it's really bad, especially, if they have, 0 in cooking and they start cooking. Everything will be spoiled. He's actually a decent chef. Okay, healer. We're going to have... You know what? We'll have you be the healer over Ying Fa. Because Ying Fa is not going to be able to do these. No. Yeah, sure, why not? You can hunt. Definitely not build. No to the farming. Miner, no. Logger, sure. Smith, no. Tailor, no. Crafting, no. I like to turn crafting off on people who are low, because if you want better quality items, you're definitely going to want better quality items. And they can craft faster, and they just do better at hand crafting. Yeah. Which this is good. Yeah, it's just gonna suck because 53 in farming, that is such a nice level to have, and I'm gonna have to just drop it for something else. But this field is coming along nicely. They're training, which is good. You can see here, I like this clock because it actually tells you here these little things when the next thing is. Because we're in sleeping mode, which is going to go, it's going to keep going sleeping. You can click here and say, I love the world clock, have a wonderful day. Such great comments, But I do want to, looks like we're out of time, actually. I kept wanting to get to the comment that I was going to say, so I'm just going to say it. One of the things I was thinking of doing was playing RimWorld. And I know RimWorld has been played. by a lot of people. And so many people have played RimWorld better than me, in all honesty, because I'm not one of those people that can play RimWorld and play it to the capacity of, having that solo start on the ice sheet. I can't do that. I won't. I'm not going to torture myself to do that. Even though, I'll admit, I'm a masochist, because I do like challenging games. I'm not going to lie. I do. But I won't do that. I won't. But all said and well and done, this game, again, I can't recommend it enough. I love it. I'm enjoying it. Granted, as every game is that you're gonna run into these little nicks that maybe you don't like, and that's okay. I'm not just because I like it doesn't mean everyone else has to like it. It's just my own opinion, and you have your own. And I don't want to force that on you. But if you like watching my content, I would enjoy you letting me know that you like watching my content. Like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and just so you know, you are awesome. You are amazing. And again, stay safe out there in this day and age. I know as difficult it is, and if this is somehow someone is seeing this in the future and has watched it all the way through with how annoying I am, that's awesome. That's amazing. And stay awesome, future you, or whatever time frame you're from, because who knows? These are on the internet. As they say, once it's on the internet, it's forever. I'm rambling. Anyway, this is Themediumkinkajou. Stay awesome.